You know, sometimes stories are just out there that you don't believe until you actually see them. That includes this one from Casey Conlon.
Today, Tommy Campbell was supposed to win the Southern Bee 100-meter dash, cementing his status as the state favorite. But he won't get that chance.
That sucks a lot, not being able to at least run my last race. But,
yeah.
I mean, life happens.
This might be the only time this happens in our lives, but Campbell is making the best of it, thanks to a smart purchase a few years ago.
When I was younger, I made a deal with my dad. I did a bunch of chores, made a bunch of money, and I bought a weight set for myself because I really wanted to go to play college football. That was like my dream when I was little. Every night, go down there, lift, make a protein shake, maybe even 2 lifts a day. I got nothing better to do during quarantine, so lifting has become my life.
Because he has to be ready for his dream to come true in the fall. Campbell is headed to the Cats, but that wasn't always the plan.
Little young Tommy, I wanted to go play at Michigan State. I don't know, I just really liked it. Then when I started to mature more and I hit high school, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try for the Cats and Grizz. But I was leaning more towards the Grizz because both my sisters actually go to college at U of M. Until BJ, I think he's probably one of the best recruiters. He convinced me to come to a camp, just one of their camps. And then I performed very, very well at that camp.
Particularly in a speed drill near the end.
We call it Smokehouse, where we just line everybody up and have kind of all the kids on the side and go by age group. And then you take kind of the top guys from me, and it kind of comes down to 1 or 2 guys. And we wouldn't have expected a linebacker from Columbus to be the fastest guy in our camp. But that guy could burn now.
I thought it was crazy because I'm just a Montana boy from a small school, 6'4" linebacker running against these receivers and running backs, and I smoked them.
Campbell is what coaches call a raw talent. 6'4", 200 pounds, the perfect frame to mold into a star.
That's the most enjoyable part of it for me. A lot of times when I was working at Power 5 schools, you started with a finished product. I mean, Dante Fowler Jr. was as good at 19 as he was at 22. But it's fun to see that piece of clay and be able to mold it a little bit.
But it's his work ethic that's taken him from unknown to Division I. This past fall, Columbus started 0-2, and Campbell and his fellow captains weren't going to slog through another lost season.
I walked into the room with my coach, and I was like, listen, we gotta do something different. Move me to the weak side defensive end, and I won't let him run it weak side, and you put a D-end on the strong side and a linebacker on the strong side, and they can handle that side. And then we also went to a passing offense, and we started winning.
Tommy's a leader, and that's what it comes down to right there. And we're pretty good communicators. I mean, Tommy and me are pretty close, so we were talking, weeks and weeks coming up to it. And finally, after the 2 weeks, we just decided, hey, we're going to pull the trigger.
The Cougars shut out Three Forks in the next game and went on to their first playoff win in a decade. But the story almost derailed that night against the Wolves. During the game, 2 men robbed the Columbus locker room and stole 2 cars from the parking lot in the getaway, including Campbell's.
They said they had cash in their pockets when they found them, so I'd assume that they'd already sold off the car, and I was like, oh, well, it's gone now.
But 5 months later, this past February, the Rosebud County Sheriff's Office shared this picture. Campbell's car buried in a snowbank, but with one treasure still inside.
I had a t-shirt that I had got from the camp at MSU in there. I had it in my trunk, and it's the one that I got after I'd won the race thing. And I thought I'd lost it forever. So that, when I got it back, it felt so good.
Good things come to those who work hard for them. So that makes sense. Casey Conlon, MTN Sports.